Hey there everyone, welcome to Natural Born Vitality. I'm Sage, where we make vitality easy. And I got a minimalist workout here where you don't need anything, but you can still get super strong. So let's get right into it. I got 5 exercises that you need to know for being able to work out outdoors. And the first exercise is a squat. Now with the squat, we want to pull down with our legs. We don't want to let gravity do it. And we also want to focus on squeezing our body and having our heels down. So I'll give you a little example here. This here, and knees come straight over the feet. Okay, now if that's difficult for you, if you need some support with the flexibility of the ankles or the knees, it's helpful to get on a little hill. You may not be able to see it because of the camera, but there's a little slope here. So you can get on the slope where your toes are pointing down and pull down, and then when you come up, squeeze, pull down. And so the key here is to move, all right? It's not about getting crazy sore or anything like that. It's more the value that you get comes out of how you interact with your muscles, what kind of tension you create, and that's from squeezing and pulling yourself down and then coming up and squeezing more. Okay, so the second main exercise that you need to know is the push-up, which is a combination of a plank and then basically bending the arms and bringing the chest either down to the ground or starting on something like this, a wall or a bench. So now I want to emphasize, I'm going to take my shirt off to show you all the muscles that are working here, because I think people tend to think of it as just a chest workout or arms or something, but like my whole body's really working here. You want to create as much tension in your whole body and get as much out of the movement as possible. So let's just say this is what we're working on. Okay, so straighten the back. Now instead of just like hanging like this, like I'm gonna squeeze the core, and then squeezing the core, squeezing the glutes, and when I come down, I'm gonna pull my scapulas together, pull the shoulder blades together and squeeze all the muscles, and then when we come up, squeeze. Okay, so one push-up, we're trying to make one push-up as hard as we can and literally squeezing the shoulder, the arms, the triceps, the core, the butt, squeezing everything as much as possible. This is also a very beginner, but the principles are the same. Knees are down. We're gonna squeeze and pull and try to squeeze the scapulas together. So here we go. Bring the chest and touch the ground. Okay, now if that's too easy, we can bring the legs wide and do push-ups here. Okay. And then the next level of difficulty is with the legs straight. So starting in plank and then doing push-ups. Now, one thing to be aware of, one of the dangers of doing push-ups outdoors is a blade of grass might poke you in the eye. Careful for that. Next exercise you need to know is hanging. Now, hanging, you might think, isn't really it's not building our body much, but it's really valuable, and it's actually an instinctual movement that has come from our hunter-gatherer days. We had to climb for food and for safety, things in the trees that we might need. And so this is a very DNA-oriented move, meaning that it speaks to our DNA and into our instincts. Basically, all you're gonna do is reach up onto a branch or jump if you can and hang from it. And really, for one, it's building strength in the tendons of all the arm, all the way down into the body, all the way down to the toes. But it's also building the strength of your fingers and your arms, which is really something that we're gonna need for our whole life, is dexterity in our fingers. So here we go. Find a good branch, make sure it's not gonna break on you, and jump in. Just hang. And oftentimes I'll get a nice adjustment in the back and the hips, and you can even do a little twisting like this if you want to. Now, while we're here, let's just go straight into some abs. So if you can, we're gonna squeeze straight up, all the way up if you can. Now you may not be able to, so you just go what you can. Again, the focus here is on the intention. It's not just going through the motion. So when we do the movement, we want to squeeze our core as hard as possible. And it's always better to show you with my shirt off, because you can see that I'm not just going through the motion, I'm squeezing as hard as possible. So here we go. Here. Now, I'm going to actually squeeze all those muscles and then go up. Now, same, I'm going to go to the side and squeeze my obliques. And other side. All right. Whew. There are some dangers out here, like your button unbuttoning. So anyway, if you can avoid those, you'll probably be good to go. Now with those hangs, one thing to know is these are minimalist workouts. It's somewhere to begin. So if you can only bring your knees up a little bit, that's okay. Just bring them up a little bit. You got to start somewhere. Baby steps will get you up to a place where you're actually bringing your knees all the way up. But doing something is better than doing nothing. All right, so the next workout we're gonna do here is dips. This is for the back of the arms, the triceps, and the back, and gets the core. Again, if you're doing it correctly, you're using as much of your body as you can. So the easiest way to do it is to do it on a elevated spot. So the easier of this bench would be like this. I'm going to put my legs out, and then I'm going to bend my elbows straight back and come down as far as I can, and then squeeze and come up. And same, coming down. Okay, now if you want a little bit more of a challenge, we can just come to this other part of the bench here. It's a little bit lower, and go from here, put the legs out, and the more down you get more of a stretch in your shoulders and your back, and you get more range of motion. Okay, I hope you enjoyed those outdoor basics, and if you have any questions, feel free to message me, and don't forget to subscribe to Natural Born Vitality on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook as well, Natural Born Vitality. And then also you can look at my blog for tutorials and different ways to get stronger with minimalist type workouts, calisthenics, body weight, primal movement, martial arts, and overall how to get vital and boost your performance with all these things. So check out www.naturalbornvitality.com, and please hit that subscribe button and like, and we will see you next time.